I wanted to start the segment off in the stream, honestly, off with hey, your guts are your son's guts are mummifying in the desert. U.S. Army literally died for nothing, by the way. Um, Trump is a fucking embarrassment. I'm the boss. Trump says at G7 as he warns to Ukraine war aid aims. I'm the boss as any other G heads acknowledge Ukraine's improved battlefield fortunes with the unified pledge of support and fresh sanctions against Russia. Tongue-in-cheek acknowledgement to unspoken truth over June 15th, the 17th summit. A group of 7 Western powers and French resort to of Ivan Lesblains followed a joint leaders statement that boosts Turkey's growing leverage and potential peace talks with Moscow. Ukrainian president and his allies came to G7 convincing or hoping to convince Trump that Ukraine's fight back is delivering results and that Russia is in no position to dictate terms for any peace deal. The joint statement and comments from the leaders suggest that Trump has warmed Zelensky's argument after years of skepticism. Trump told a press conference that Russia was losing more soldiers than Ukraine in the war, describing Moscow as the offense party in the conflict. Trump showed a real change in approach regarding Ukraine war. Yeah. He's that's a good thumbnail. That's a good image. He's a goober. He is a goober. G7 chiefs also welcome preliminary peace deal between U.S. and Iran. Said they're ready to Half-Life opposing Stream 1. Never now. Meanwhile, Trump stressed that memorandum of understanding with Iran is not final, that he can resume a bombing campaign. If I don't like it, if they don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs smack down in the middle of their heads, okay? Oh, while saying that while giving Iran $300 billion. More of half of which already committed. A $300 billion private fund designed to trigger investment in Iran is outlined in the U.S.-Iran Framework Agreement. More than half that sum has already been committed, a source with direct knowledge the deal told Reuters. The fund is designed to give both sides an economic incentive to conclude a final deal to end the war, said the source, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because the plan has not been announced as Washington and Tehran are prepared to sign on Friday. Both sides said that Iran agrees that it will neither produce nor require nuclear weapons, a promise Tehran has been making repeatedly for decades. So... they're still gonna have it? Oh my god. The fund's existence had previously been reported on by Reuters, but revealing it for the first time as more half the amount has already been committed, and that will be comprised entirely of private sector funds. U.S. and Iranian officials said on Sunday they had agreed on a framework to end the war, which began when the U.S. and Israeli forces attacked Iran on February 28th, while the U.S. blockaded Iran and reopened the Strait of Hormuz, a key supply route. Yeah. I would say that they won't be doing it for a while until they find out the behavior. It's a behavior thing. We are not investing, he said on the sidelines of the G7. Jesus. The investment fund is entirely separate and parallel negotiating track of lifting U.S. sanctions. Let me create it once a final deal is signed. During the 60 days of fund administrators will work with Iranian investors to plan and scope projects. So, Vance said Iran could gain access to $300 billion reconstruction fund backed by Gulf states if it complies with the agreement with Washington. But they do, like, the deal is like $225 billion. Yeah, there's wait, nuclear. Senior Iran official pending final agreement. Iran would freeze its nuclear activity, referring from furthering Iranian expansion in nuclear facilities. Trump said on Saturday there was no urgency to extract Iran's stockpile nuclear material, and that the U.S. would retrieve it when all is calm. Trump said there would be a strong inspections of regime for Iran under any deal, but he did not give specifics. Oh my God, are we just doing the Obama deal? I think this is literally just the Obama deal. Holy shit. Trump talks to Israel about Lebanon. This is really funny. Trump scolds Netanyahu at G7 summit. Don't eat my fucking trans wristband. President Trump on Wednesday aired his frustration with Israeli Prime Minister on the sidelines of Group 7, or the G7 summit in France, telling Israeli leader to hold back on attacks on Hezbollah. Trump speaking at a press conference as the summit concluded said Netanyahu gets a little excited sometimes, and the two men had a little dispute over Hezbollah and Lebanon. In all fairness, Bibi Netanyahu happens to be a good man, gets a little excited. But we have a little dispute over Lebanon. I say you can be a softer touch, Bibi. You don't have to knock down a building every time someone walks in it from Hezbollah. Walks into the building that's from Hezbollah. How Hitlerite do you have to be for the president of the United States named Donald J. Trump to say that you're being a little bit too Hitlerite? Then for me, they didn't want to do it. Jesus. I'm saying 2 drones are shot in the desert and harmlessly. You don't have to knock down buildings in Beirut. They could have behaved better. Frankly, they could do a better job. This is why no one's backing him right now, man.
Everyone, it's 4 o'clock in the East. Well, Donald Trump has a seemingly limitless ability to lie to the American people. His latest and possibly most egregious lie is the attempt to spin his capitulation to Iran as some sort of personal victory and masterclass in negotiating.
But it
Earlier
is.
today at a news conference during the G7 summit, Donald Trump was asked about the pending deal to end his war with Iran, including that it would contain $300 billion, billion with a B, for rebuilding Iran.
I knew the 300 billion was going to come, even though they were all saying it wouldn't.
Here's how he responded. Watch.
Well, it's been reported that it includes a $300 billion reconstruction fund funded by Gulf allies. That's false?
False.
You're saying it's false?
We just got that memorandum of understanding today, so we'll double check that. Quote, the United States of America undertakes with regional partners to develop a definitive, mutually agreed plan with at least $300 billion for the reconstruction and economic development of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Wow. So let's check the tape on what Trump had to say about another provision of his deal.
Does it contain a
Newsmax is conducting its own...
Oh my God. Shut up, Newsmax. I hate you.
No immediate sanctions relief. That's what he said. But again, here's the memorandum of understanding text. Quote, the United States of America undertakes to terminate all types of sanctions against the Islamic Republic of Iran. So what about Trump's demand that Iran should never have a nuclear weapon?
I love that they're just doing this so I don't have to go through it. But like, yeah, it's, I mean, he's always been doing this, like says one thing and then does another. But this is really funny at this point.
Here's what Donald Trump said.
Because it makes him look so fucking pathetic.
That.
The Obama deal was one of the dumbest deals I've ever seen. It was a road to a nuclear weapon. My deal is a wall to a nuclear. You're not going to have it. It's a wall to a nuclear weapon.
But they don't have to dismantle their nuclear program. I mean, not technically.
A wall? What kind of wall? Well, here's what Trump's memorandum of understanding says about it. Quote, the United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran have agreed to resolve the disposition of the stockpile enriched material pursuant to a mechanism that will be mutually agreed upon pending the final deal. The United States of America and the Islamic Republic of Iran agree to maintain the status quo. The Islamic Republic of Iran will maintain the current status quo of its nuclear program, and the United States of America will not impose any new sanctions and will not deploy additional forces in the region. Nothing about a wall. And
I think he really wants this over for like voter approval, and Iran knows it, so they basically squeezed everything out of him. Because holy shit, if this wasn't happening near an election cycle, Trump wouldn't stop this. There'd be no reason for him to. He doesn't give a fuck about people suffering. His cronies are really worried about the midterms, which even if this stops now, I still think are going to be pretty rough for the Republican Party. So I don't know what this does at this point, Donnie.
Finally, the provision that Donald Trump slammed and attacked and smeared former President Barack Obama over back in 2015, unfreezing Iranian assets. Here's how Trump is handling those now. Quote, the United States of America undertakes to make fully available for use the frozen or restricted funds and assets of the Islamic Republic of Iran. So despite Donald Trump's denials, the reality of the MOU is so bad and so unpalatable.
Do you think he actually had any sort of involvement with the, like, I don't know if Trump is capable of lying to this extent. Like, I think he does believe that, but I wonder if, like, the people that are, like, his handlers are doing this deal for him. Meanwhile, he does, like, jack shit and, like, probably thinks about his best bud, Jeffrey Epstein. And they just do the deal for him.
So unspinnable that even Trump's own sycophantic Republican Party is in open revolt. As one headline from Fox News puts it, quote, Republicans, media, rip Trump's secret Iran deal, with the harshest critics calling it a surrender. His former ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, reacting to Wall Street Journal
fuck you,
reporting that
Nikki
the deal would
Haley.
allow Iran to immediately begin selling its oil, posted on social media this, quote, if this is true, Iran wins. There should be zero sanctions relief on day one. Trump's own former vice president, Mike Pence, remember him? He warned this last night. Watch.
So, I mean, pretty bluntly, it sounds like you think, from what we know so far, this is a mistake by the Trump administration.
Well, it's much bigger than a mistake. My concern is what appears to be leaking out, these immediate concessions, particularly sanctions waivers right out of the gate that would essentially be a lifeline to the Iranian regime.
It is worse than a mistake. So says Mike Pence. And if all that
Yeah,
is
but Mike
not
Pence is
bad
an evil
enough,
human
if all
being,
that doesn't tell you how bad this is, here's the front page of the Trump-friendly New York Post. Quote,
God damn, they cooked.
quote, love bomb. Prez says Islamic regime, quote, not radical. His deal showers mullahs with cash and no sanctions. Even Trump's own political party and media apparatus calling BS on his attempt to frame his own capitulation as a deal is where we begin today with some of our favorite reporters and friends.
God damn! Holy shit! I knew the fucking started with Ted Cruz and everything was gonna go downhill from there, but I didn't realize it was gonna be this fucking fast.
They don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You won't. No, you won't. You're a fucking coward. No, you won't. Oh my God. Oh. Did you guys see this clip? Trump's bisexuality slipping out.
And I met him. So he was in a hotel, and I met him. And we fell in love, deeply in love. And he didn't even want to see Hillary. So
Motherfucker wants the fucking
the agreement now final, or are you still?
no, it's not final. It's a memorandum of understanding. And if I don't like it, we'll go back to shooting at them, dropping bombs on their head.
When do you expect the wording?
If I don't like it, if they don't behave, we'll go right back to dropping bombs right smack in the middle of their head.
But he won't. He can't. He's not allowed to. His handlers know how bad this is for them.
Because they've misbehaved for 47 years. All right?
Does it include?
But nobody could have made this deal.
Obama made a better one. Like, actually, God, the entire Trump family, man. Dementia riddled, coke addicts. Yeah, what's up, Don Jr.? Whoa! It's a piece of gum, you nerd. My God. Why did BB have to do a fucking attack? I was so pissed off. I let him know he has no fucking judgment. I let him know that. Trump said, holy shit! Oh, dude, he's so cooked in the brain. I think we're getting to a point where he's cooked enough in the brain that we're gonna, like, maybe go back to neoconservatism? I don't know, man. That's what it feels like, and that's why extremists are so upset with him. But granted, he does look incredibly weak from this. Weak little baby boy who has no plans on anything for the future. He's not going to start it. I guarantee he will not have any sort of rebombing campaign of Iran, because it would just fuck over the Republicans even harder in the midterms, and his handlers don't want that. But people aren't going to forget fast enough, so like they've already kind of fucking the chicken's already hatched. It's kind of over for them.